Hello, everybody, and welcome to Facebook Live, our community news tonight. Thank you for everyone who's joining us, and definitely a special thanks to Pam for joining us. So Pam has been, just so you guys know, like she's been an amazing friend of mine for years. We met, I don't know, way back in like 2010. I've watched her life slowly transform every year as she learns more about herself. And oh, Sarah Bishop says, hi, Pam. So just as she learned more about herself and really put all of her learnings into practice. And so, and Jason says, hello, ladies. So Pam,
Yes.
let's start with you here then. So what inspired you to be here today?
Because, well, I believe in the program. It has completely changed my life, and I wanted to give that testimony to other people.
Awesome. So what year did you take your courses?
It was, my level 1 was 2011, I think.
Okay.
It was, I always say 2010, 2011, because I think I started, but my class was actually at 2011.
Your class is 2011. Awesome.
Yeah.
So really you're at like year 12 then of knowing some of these principles and applying them. Hey, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Lindsay says hi too. So cool. So what would you say that your life was like after you took your level 1?
After my level 1, I felt like I was asked to become aware of myself and my beliefs and why I do the things I do. And so my life, I felt like I had training wheels on for the first time, going, I didn't see life this way before. And then it just completely shifted.
Right. Very cool. What would you say it was like after level 2?
After level 2 was way more intense, I guess, to some degree. Well, for me, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that's for everybody. For me, I felt like I had gone from, well, I had been in courses and I had been different places where I was convinced that I was a survivor, not a victim. And what had happened through that counseling is I felt empowered, but I didn't feel like my life was really changing. And what had happened after level 2 was that I had this big epiphany that if I could change the way that I saw myself, the way that I saw my life, that I could actually become a creator of my life. It was completely changed the energy of my life and my trajectory. And that's what happened after level 2.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like, I hear a lot of people kind of give this testimony after like what previous counseling experiences or group therapy experiences gave them. And I do know that like some of them frame things around the idea of being a survivor. And I actually really believe that it's probably really served you and a lot of people at the time. Right. And then the level 2 then just allows the next step or the next level. Would you say that's kind of about right?
I would say so, yeah. And it was funny because, we talk about being victimized, victimized. And eventually I realized it's actually victim eyes, as in EYES.
Yeah.
Victim eyes. It's like you're seeing the world through victim eyes instead, right? And so, anyways, that's kind of, I went, oh, right. No, changing that stuff.
Wow, that's so cool. Cool. Well, what about level 3? After you did your level 3 process, what do you think was different in your life?
Well, it completely catapulted my life, because we're talking about goals and setting goals and where do you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, what do you want out of your life? And it's like, oh, good question. And we got to talk about ourselves and look at ourselves perhaps as leaders and what kinds of things hold us back. And it completely changed where I was going. I mean, and I met a woman in the group that was a Reiki master, and completely changed my life as a result, because now I'm into Reiki as well.
Oh, that's so cool. So if you could describe yourself before you took any of the core programs. So I would say the core program, I'm referring to all of level 1, 2, and 3. If you could describe yourself in a few words or descriptions, what would you say it would be before level 1?
Before level 1, I was closed off emotionally and believed I was healed.
Cool. Erin says hi to you, by the way. She's in the comments. You can say hi.
Hi, Erin.
What about after you did the core program? How would you describe yourself after you took the core program?
I would say that I feel empowered to live my destiny. Purpose,
Wow.
destiny. It's like words I didn't use before. It's amazing.
Wow, very cool. That's awesome. So can you let us know what you're up to right now? Like, what kind of business are you into? Like, you've mentioned Reiki, like, tell us about that.
Well, I started a Reiki practice. So I'm a Reiki master. So I have my level 4, and I've been teaching Reiki, and my practice every year gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I never saw myself doing something like that. And it's been really remarkable. I also am a wedding officiant, and it's the two things that actually completely like fill my cup, makes my soul soar. I feel like I'm living my best life. So
that's awesome. Actually, and like a little note on Pam and I, Pam actually married my husband and I.
That's right, I did.
Yeah, that was we go way back.
Forever ago.
I know. Yeah, and it was such a wonderful experience. Like what you brought to the wedding and what you actually created as far as the words that you brought for the ceremony. We absolutely love those.
Awesome.
Yeah. So if somebody was interested in booking with you, either like Reiki or if even a wedding, how would they get in touch with you?
The best way to get in touch with me is either through Facebook and find me at Pam Willerton, or I have a phone number that you can reach me at, and I'm not sure where I put that.
Okay, well, maybe we'll pop the phone number in the comments, or if Lindsay's watching or Erin's watching, if one of them want to pop your phone number in, that would be like great too.
Perfect.
Cool. So if you had to say anything to someone who is interested in taking the courses and kind of more on the fence, what would you say to them?
I would say, if your life doesn't feel that it is working, then try it out. Try this course out, because what do you really have to lose?
Right.
I mean, I was in my 40s when I started, and I feel like I was a baby at 40, and I was like, if I would have started this younger, I feel like I would have had way more years to build up this momentum that I just finally started at 53.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. Well, thank you very much for being here, Pam. We're gonna sign off from this, and we're gonna carry on to exercise 2. So thank you very much for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Pam in her Reiki room, so that she actually has a home in Capilano area, and she has this room built out right in her home. So if you guys want to get in touch with her, look for her phone number in the links.